What's up, Warriors? Another day, another music reaction. We're getting to another Buy Me a Coffee request from Helio. Helio requested that we react to another song of Dan Vasc called Kiss from a Rose. So, Helio, I managed to spot some of your comments on the very first reaction that I did of Dan. So, this was, well, Helio's first request was my introduction to Dan Vasc, and I am absolutely blown away. Like seriously, I didn't know what he's going to do with the song Amazing Grace, and then I heard his freaking voice, and I just saw how he kind of made it his own, and he gave us like a little bit of a, I want to say almost a metal vibe, which is kind of what we looked forward to, seeing as he is a metal vocalist. But now Helio's Kiss from a Rose request is going to be another surprise, just because I don't know the song Kiss from a Rose, or at least I don't think I do. So, Helio, I believe you mentioned Dan is Brazilian, right? And so are you. You're also from Brazil. So, very cool. And I saw actually, and this must be a freaking coincidence, or the name Helio is just very popular. But there was another Brazilian who also, with the name Helio, who also mentioned that Dan is, yes, he's from Brazil, but I think, is it that he's from the Amazon? He's Amazonian. Helio, you also sent me a link to the reaction, or the version that you wanted me to react to. There wasn't a video file. It was only an audio file, and it seemed to be have been on a fan page. It was Dan Topic channel or something like that. So I, for interest sake, just because we like watching videos, I actually went to check if there is a music video for the song, and there is on Dan's channel itself. So I grabbed this one. I hope you don't mind. It is also with let's just see, seal metal cover with Violet Orlandi. So it does feature a violet. I'm not sure now whether the original or the one that you sent me, that audio file, if it also included a female. If you don't like this version, just let me know, that we can always go and listen to the audio as well. Like, there's been so many requests in the comments on YouTube on the very first Dan Vasc reaction that I did. So I'm very excited to tackle another one. Let's dive right in and give the stage to Metalhead Dan Vasc. Oh, wait, okay. I definitely know this tune. It's played too many times on movies.
There used to be a great tower alone on the sea. You became the light on the dark side of me. Love remained a drug that's the high, not the pill. But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become large, and the light that you shine can be seen?
Oh. Okay, so I just got back from watching the original Kiss from a Rose performed by Seal. The moment I started this Dan Vasc metal version or cover, I realized I've heard the song before, and I just needed to go find the original. Okay, so that we can actually see what is the differences, what was done with the song. So I've recorded the Seal reaction. I had my opinions. Truth be told, I was not a fan of the words of the song. I thought we could have done a little bit better to give it like a bit more depth, to be honest. But let's just go and appreciate the music. We're resuming our reaction by Dan Vasc. Their voices harmonize brilliantly.
There used to be a great tower alone on the sea. You became the light on the dark side of me. Love remained a drug that's the high, not the pill. But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become large and the light that you shine can be seen? This man can tell you so much he can say, but you remained my power, my pleasure, my pain.
Oh,
baby.
yes.
To me, you're like a growing addiction that I can't deny. Now, won't you tell me, is that healthy, baby? But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become large and the light that you shine can be?
I love his facial expressions. Oh. Okay, so we're going to go back and restart the guitar solo. Okay. I'm so glad I watched the original, that I just stopped the Dan Vasc reaction. I went back, I watched the original, and now we're back here. Because now I have true appreciation for what Dan has done with it, okay? I didn't like the song. Honesty, guys, is key. I really didn't like the original version. Like, there was just nothing to it for me. Personal opinion. But now watching Dan Vasc perform it, it's, again, it's not, the words is not fine, whatever. Again, I'm not connecting with it. But watching Dan perform and then even having the female voice from Violet in there, like, their voices really harmonize. It's so beautiful. It's so, and it almost, it adds a little bit of a different element, because now it's almost as if the female has a little bit of a say in the song, sort of. It actually makes you feel that there's two parties involved in this whole scenario, in this whole story that's playing off. But I really, I cannot get over how Dan is very expressive. And I didn't quite get that in the very first reaction that I did of him, but now I do see it. And he's actually having a lot of fun with the song, clearly. And this was a good touch. Voice is 6. Oh. shit.
Won't you tell me, is that how they baby?
But did you know
That when it snows,
my eyes become large and the light that you shine can't be seen? Babe, how I compare it to a kiss from the rose on the grave.
oh, the more I get of you, the stranger it feels, yeah.
And now that your rose is in bloom, a light hits the blue on the grave.
To a kiss from a rose on the grave.
Oh, the more I give you, the stranger it feels, yeah.
Now that your rose is in bloom, a light hits the blue on the grave.
I love this.
Now that your rose is in bloom
A light hits the gloom
on the grave.
Oh, I expected a hard. Oh shit. Guys, you have to forgive me. And I don't want to read any bullshit comments about how dare I prefer Dan Vasc's version over the original Seal version. I don't want to read it, so keep it to yourself. Unless you agree with me. If you can say it very nicely that you do prefer the Seal version, that's fine. That's cool. I love reading that. Just don't come and attack me. I'm warning you now already. It's preference, okay? I'm a metalhead. They both, Violet and Dan, definitely added a different element to the song. I'm still not going to go and pull it up and listen to it myself. I really am not. However, if this version plays anywhere, if I walk into a place or a shop or whatever, I will actually go and hum along with it. I might actually, if it is that I somehow magically remembers one line or two lines, I'll go and freaking lip sync with it. Just because it's these two that perform it. So it is freaking legendary. Yeah, I'm really getting a like for Dan Vasc. And I read all of your comments about him being an independent artist because he didn't want to lose who he is and what he wants to do with his music. So I love it. You guys just know how obsessed I am with independent artists because they all make me immediately feel like, ooh. So you prefer to stay true to yourself. And I have extreme appreciation for that. I value that. I formulate a very strong opinion of you when I know you do not conform to industry demands just because you want to be famous and because you want to make money. So if you are in music, you're in music because you love it, because you have a passion for it, because you want to make the kind of music that made you fall in love with music. So if you give up all of that, all the fame, all the money, all the publicity, whatever, that I don't even know what perks comes with being with agencies. If you give up all of that so that you can just remain true to yourself and true to your fans and true to the music that you love, then I love you by default. Okay? So independent artists, you freaking rock, and I will support you until the end of days. Yeah, you guys are awesome. And I'm officially Helio. Thank you. I really, really like Dan Vasc now. I'm so grateful that I got introduced to him and I want more music of him, please. So you guys can hop onto my Buy Me Coffee, go drop it there. Send me some good stuff where we can see just about everything that he can do with his voice, where he, go a bit rampage, the kind of stuff that I like, but also then where he kind of cools down and much like Amazing Grace. So he shows us just how much he can change of an original song exactly what he did from Kiss from a Rose. Like, to me, it feels like a completely different song. And it was he made such a good choice to bring in the female vocalist. If you guys can share a bit of details around her as well, that would be awesome, because then I know who she is as well. She definitely looks like a metalhead, unless she kind of went with the look because Dan is a metalhead. I don't know. But yeah, I freaking, her voice. When she went super low, super soft, and it kind of felt like she had to do a little bit or add a little bit more effort in order to get to that note, because naturally it just sounds like she has a very, very strong and deep voice, which is absolutely beautiful. I loved every second of it. So they are really, really talented people. So let me just show you, like, and obviously already subbed. I subbed after the first reaction, so we can't not sub. Guys, go support Dan, please. And send me more requests so that I can continue supporting him. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. I will check you in the next one. Goodbye.